welcome to the WIHS Journal. Are you a cat lover and coffee lover? Well, Marcies Cafe just opened in Glastonbury, Connecticut. It's a chance for you to sit down with a cup of coffee and dessert and look at the cats available for adoption. Stay tuned as we'll be talking to the owner and all the details about this new cat cafe. Marcies Cafe. It's going to be opening soon in Glastonbury. In the studio, I have Beth Drazak. She is the owner and CEO of this amazing cat cafe that everyone can come in and peruse cats and get coffee and everything else. So thank you so much for coming down to the studio for us and for our listeners to hear about this amazing cafe. Tell us how this vision came into your mind and how it all came into play.
Well, it's always been something I wanted to do when I was in my 20s, but then once I had my human children, it kind of passed by. And I took my kids last March down to New Haven Cat Cafe in New Haven.
Yes.
And I was talking to the owner there, and I told her if I ever won the lottery, this was what I wanted to do. And then she said, you don't need to win the lottery to do this. And I really couldn't get it out of my head. So I started doing a lot of research. I consulted with her and just went forward, and everything has just come into play and just fallen into place.
That's awesome. And I did look online because you have some videos on social media. It's really big. It's beautiful. And so tell us about the location and what people can expect when they're coming into this new cat cafe.
It's located right in the plaza where there's a ShopRite, TJ Maxx, Home Depot. We're on the side plaza across from our delis, right off Route 2 and Route 3. When people come in, they will walk into the cafe. They can check in if they've made their reservation online, which we highly recommend to make your reservation for the cat lounge online. Come in, check in, order your coffee, baked goods if you want, and then you get to spend 50 minutes in with the cats, hanging out with them, playing with them, socializing them. And if you're interested in adoption, we will let you know how to go about the adoption process.
Some of the amazing things you'd be offering besides coffee. I know you kind of teamed up with some local people. Talk about that.
Yep, Purgatory Roasters will be training the baristas actually tomorrow night and providing us with the coffee. Sweets by Jenna will be providing us with the cat-themed cookies and cupcakes and macaroons for sale. And Hosmer soda also.
Oh, awesome.
We'll be offering.
Now, have you noticed a big cat community and people just coming in together to rally to help you?
Yes, it's actually been huge, the support in the town, even through the whole planning process with the town as well. We've been getting so many Instagram DMs and messages and emails. It's been really great.
Yes, and I saw you on social media. You're really hitting it up there. It's really, the numbers are getting up, which is awesome.
Yes.
Well, tell us about the cats. What rescue are you working with and how will that work?
I'm working with Protectors of Animals out of East Hartford, who I've been a volunteer now with for almost 2 years. And they are literally a mile down the road from the cafe. And they have developed a cat cafe team as well, because this is new to them also. Yeah. So the cats that they find will be a good fit for the cat cafe, those are the cats we'll be having live there until they're adopted. And we will have a maximum of probably 10.
That's great.
Total.
Okay. Kind of describe it. So when listeners come in for their coffee and their cookies, will they be interacting at the same time with the cats, or that's a separate room?
It's a totally separate room. There is a bar seating area that has 6 bar stools, and we have 3 large windows. So even if you are allergic or you don't have a reservation to go into the cat lounge, you can sit, enjoy your coffee, and still watch the cats at play.
Yes. Now, do you already have the cats lined up? Do you know exactly who's coming in and how many?
We have a few names. Sarah and Tommy, from what I've been told, are the first 2, and they're both females.
Yep.
And then after a couple days, 2 more will be coming in, and then I think 1 more. So for the soft opening, we'll have a total of 5, and then we'll be adding additional cats until we get the maximum amount.
Now, depending on where these cats are coming from, some of them obviously are going to be shy, maybe not as socialized. Are you particularly focusing on a particular kind of cat that will be allowed to be in this cat cafe for adoption?
The foster homes that will be short-term fosters for the Cat Cafe cats will be doing the assessments to see if they get along with other cats, to see if they're a right fit. They need to be a right fit for the Cat Cafe, that they get along with the other cats living there, and also working with the shyer cats. But we can do that as well, helping them to socialize.
If you are just tuning into the broadcast, wondering about this conversation about cats and the cafe, we are talking about Marcies Cat Cafe, and I am sitting here in the WIHS studios with the owner and the vision behind this whole masterpiece, Beth Drazak. Now, I love the way how you named the whole cat cafe after your first cat. Let's talk about that.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
She was my cat that I adopted my early 20s. So she was my first fur baby until I had my human baby. So she was with me for about 11 and a half years.
Yes. So tell us what your biggest dream and your aspiration would be for this cat cafe.
My goal is, it's really not to make money off of it, even though it is a for-profit. I just really want to keep my head above water. And my biggest accomplishment would be just to get all these cats homes and get more off the street and into the shelter and into the cat cafe, and then also taking care of my employees as well.
Yes. Now, people are going to work specifically just for the cats too, like training and working and cleaning the boxes and feeding?
We have cat attendants and we have baristas, but they're going to be cross-trained on both so they can get different shifts during the week. So if you're a cat attendant, yes, you'll be socializing with the cats and taking care of their well-being and feeding them and cleaning.
Yes. So people, you're recommending them to go online and to make an appointment to sit and have coffee. How does that work?
We have a lot of bookings already, especially for the first weekend when we go public. It is August 15th. We will be open Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 to 6, Sundays, 10 to 5. And if you go on marciesangelscatcafe.com, we have a book now.
Yes. How did you find the location? Because Glastonbury is a beautiful area.
That was actually the one and only location. It just was the perfect spot. And when I reached out to the realtor, she was also the landlord of the building, and she is actually Brittany Gondek. She's also the interior designer of the Cat Cafe. She has been an amazing help to me, and it looks gorgeous.
Yes. Yeah, no, I saw it online. So how did she design it? What was your motive in designing it?
We wanted to keep it something that we could grow into. So nothing trendy, but something we can grow into with warm, soft colors, neutrals, and just, something that we can just expand on over time.
Yes. So you mentioned for the listeners that you'll have cat cookies and great high-end coffee. What about for the cats? Talk about, will you have different things set up for the cats in their room?
The cats have everything they would want. We have lots of cat trees. We have a cat TV, which will play cat TV for them.
That's hysterical.
We have shelving on the walls. We have window perches because we have two big windows. So we have window perches for them. Lots of cat trees and cubbies and sleeping beds for them. Yeah. And we also have a quiet area. So if the cats are sick of, being out in the public floor, they can walk through their slat wall and go into the quiet area where customers are not allowed.
Yeah. That sounds really well and thought out. It sounds amazing. It sounds like a paradise for these cats. So tell us about the adoption process, because I know sometimes you're going to be careful. Who's in charge of that?
The adoption process is handled through Protectors of Animals. So if anyone is interested in adoption, we have made up business cards with their website, which will direct them right to the adoption application. It's all run by volunteers, so it'll take a few days for them to get processed, and then they will do the vetting process to figure out who's good for the adoption.
Yes. I enjoyed hearing so much just about your vision, your love, your passion for God's animals. I think it's fantastic. Anything you would like our listeners to know that we didn't mention today?
Just come and visit and support.
Yes. Tell us the location, the website, social media contacts.
The website's marciesangelscatcafe.com. We can also be found on Instagram and Facebook. Marcies Angels is our Instagram. Marcies Angels Cat Cafe is Facebook. and we're at 3039 Main Street in Glastonbury, across from Nardelli's.
Once again on the broadcast, you learned about Marcies Cat Cafe, a chance for you to look at the cats that are available while they're getting a cup of coffee with a themed cat cookie. On the broadcast with me today was Beth Drazak, the owner. If you would like more details about the broadcast, give us a call at 860-346-1049. I'm Anissa Porticelli for News and Public Affairs.